and today I am going to tell you how I learned to love my body just the way it is right now in this moment without wanting to change it. And I hope it's going to help you learn to love your beautiful, fabulous body just the way it is. At the beginning of this year, I shared my journey on a blog, which I'll post down below if you guys want to read it. This struggle that I've had my entire life for hating my body, never loving and appreciating my body. And it has been a struggle. But 2015 has marked the year that I began to fall in love with my body, just the way it is. And there's a few things that made me fall in love with my body. The first thing that helped me begin my journey to loving my body was to stop comparing myself to others. I would go on YouTube, I would go on Instagram, on Facebook, all of these social media sites, comparing my body to other people. And this was such a damaging habit that I had, and I know so many of you are struggling with it too. I realized that the comparisons, the people I was comparing myself to, they were completely unrealistic. I was comparing myself to people who were younger than I was, who lived a different lifestyle than I did, who ate differently, who exercised differently. And when it came down to it, when I finally asked myself, okay, I'm comparing myself to these people. Do I actually want to live like these people? Do I actually want to eat like these people? Well, the answer was no. So I thought, why am I comparing myself to these people then? It doesn't make any sense. So I actually, for a time, forbid myself to look at all of these pages, all of these photos, and to stop the cycle of comparing myself to other women. It was hard at first. The temptation was always there. I wanted to go and compare myself. It was a habit I had formed in myself, but I stopped it, and it was one of the best things I have done, and it has helped me love my body that much more. The second step that I took to start loving my body more was to let go of all of the diet and lifestyle labels and restrictions that I had placed on myself. I started to ask myself when I ate my food, what do I really want right now? What is the food that would make me feel amazing? And I stopped listening to rules and guidelines like having to follow 80-10-10 or eat very low fat or not allowing myself to treat myself. Because the truth was, all of these restrictions that I had imposed on my raw food lifestyle, they felt like a sort of punishment. And when I looked deep into why I was doing them, it was always to be someone else, to get a different shape, to achieve something beyond what I already had. And they were coming from a place where I felt a lack of self-love. I wasn't doing any of these things. I wasn't eating this way because I loved myself. So in a way, I had to take a step back and ask myself, how would I eat right now in this moment if I love myself? If I was completely and fully satisfied with my body, would I stick to these restrictions? Would I stick to these rules instead of following my own gut and following my own intuition? A few of you have remarked lately that I seem to be glowing or I seem happier. That's because I am, because I don't have these rules, these labels on me anymore. I eat whatever raw foods I want in whatever quantities I want, and I feel better than ever because of it. The third step that I took was to stop caring what others thought about me and stop caring about what others thought about my body. I would get comments from time to time asking why I wasn't this weight or this size or thin enough or whatever else. And I realized that those comments were a reflection of questions I was asking myself, of how I felt inside. And as I started to love and appreciate my body for what it was right now in the moment, those comments started to melt away. They started to disappear. I don't actually get them anymore. And I find that other people were just reflecting what I thought about myself. But most importantly as well, I realized that anybody who made a comment about my body, anybody who was dissatisfied with my shape, it was their own inner battle that they were waging. It wasn't really about my body at all. It was about their own insecurities and how they felt about their body. They were projecting their own insecurities and their own lack of self-love onto me, or trying to. And I think that's what we do anytime that we're unhappy with ourselves. We want to criticize others to try to make ourselves feel better. So I realize now that I have little to no judgment of anyone else's body because I appreciate my own so much now. The fourth step I took to learn to love my body more was to switch from working out or forcing myself to exercise to stop doing the physical routine that I did before as a form of punishment. I stopped high-intensity interval training. I stopped running. I stopped doing things that I didn't actually enjoy, that I was doing for the sake of trying to become thinner. I wasn't enjoying my time doing them, and I thought, what is the point if I don't enjoy this movement? If I don't love moving my body? So I went from working out to moving my body. I started doing yoga 3 to 4 times a week, a practice that put me in the moment, in my body, and made me appreciate it in ways that I could have never imagined that I ever would. I bought a kayak because that is one of my favorite forms of movement. It's a great workout, but it doesn't feel like a workout because I'm just exploring the outdoors. Same goes for when I go walking or when I go hiking. So I started doing activities that I love, that I end up exercising more than I did before because I love what I'm doing instead of forcing myself to do it. Something I've noticed is that all of the forms of movement that I now do in my body keep me rooted in this moment. They bring me out in nature where I can appreciate my beautiful surroundings, or they bring me present in my body where I can appreciate my body more. I also started to dance more, doing more salsa rueda, more cha-cha-cha, more bachata, more merengue, the dance styles that I love that don't make me feel that I'm exercising at all. I just move my body in a way that brings me so much joy. That is what I've learned is most important for me, that I feel the maximum amount of joy that I possibly can from moving my body. And the fifth and final step that I have taken to love my body more is this. I've been listening to a lot of Wayne Dyer recently because I just love his words. I resonate with his message so much. And something that he said really struck home for me. It was, we are not a physical body here on this planet having a spiritual experience. We are pure spirit having a physical experience. And thinking about that and realizing that this body that I live in, as amazing as it is, as many opportunities as it brings me, and as many things as it allows me to do, it doesn't define me. It doesn't define who I am as a person, what value I have to offer the world, and how worthy I am. When I really started to realize that this body is just a container for what lives inside of me, that's when I started to realize how magical I really am and how beautiful this body is, even if it's not the size I always wanted it to be or the shape I always wanted it to be. This body houses something far more important inside of it. But the moral of the story is that I am not my body. I am this pure light energy inside of me. I am the ability to inspire you, to help people find the best version of themselves, eat healthy, live healthy, and just be joyful, be happy with their lives. That is the ultimate secret, I think, to learning to love your body, is to do whatever you can to feel the most joy right now. Those 5 steps are the steps that I took to feel the most joy, the most happiness in my body radiating out to everyone and everything around me. I hope this video helped you on your journey, your personal journey to love your individual body. And if you have anything to share at all, maybe about if you like this video or if you've struggled with self-love yourself, and if you have any practices or things you'd like to add to what I said, please post them in the comments below, because I know the vast majority of women out there do not love themselves, and I am determined that we all should. We all deserve to love ourselves fully and completely, no matter what we look like, no matter what we feel we look like. And so I would really love to hear your feedback and what you think about this topic in general. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like the topic, and subscribe to 40BelowFruity for more videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and I will see you guys next time.